Hello, hello. It's Tracy, Video Script Success, popping in, and today we're going to be talking about engagement, Facebook engagement to be exact. And we're going to be starting with your profile page. So there's a couple steps to this, and I'm going to be doing it over the next couple weeks. If you missed last week's live, I was talking about not putting links anymore into your posts. And again, if you missed it, I had to eat a lot of crow because quite a bit of what I teach is that you want to be kind to your audience. And it's kind to your audience to put a link onto your post because it's easy for them to click. But Facebook hates it. So unless you are creating an ad from a post, take your links out, because what we're looking for is engagement. We want people to engage with our material. We want them to like and share. I like and heart is nice, but what we really want them to do is share our content, engage, meaning like chat on our content. And I'm just going to cop to my comments there. Now, again, Facebook doesn't let me know because I'm going through StreamYard who you are. So say hello. And then if it just says Facebook user or YouTube user or wherever else user, I'll let you know and you can tell me who it is. So today, again, we're going to be talking about your content. Specifically your profile page content. And it's really important. I want you to think about your profile page. And I'll break this down really quickly because the profile page is really, I want you to kind of think of your profile page as like a billboard, right? So again, eating crow, I've always told everybody, don't go live on your profile page unless you want your friends and family to see what you're doing. And I'm changing my tune. I'm changing my tune because I am in a chip training, and it is really important that if you have a business, you are using, hey, Chriselle, you are using your profile as that first point, that entry point into your funnel, right? Facebook wants you to use them. They're still under the guise that it's a connection place for friends and family. And that's nice. If you don't have an online business, you don't need to be watching this. There's no reason for you not to be posting whatever the heck you want on your profile page. But if you have a business and you are trying to have some sort of presence on Facebook using said business, then suddenly, hey, Aurora, I can't believe I'm catching live again. I can't believe you are either. Hello. Yeah, we're talking about your profile page today. So I am actually going to dip into my profile page, show you all what I did to change mine so that you can go ahead into yours. Again, if you are having no intention on using your profile page for business, if you never plan on having business touch your Facebook, then there's no need for you to do this. If you are running a business and you are using Facebook ads or you have a business page, listen, the reason I need you to fix your profile page, the way I fix my profile page, is when you go into other groups and you're engaging or on people's ads or in people's lives, you're engaging as your profile. So if someone sees something great, thanks. If someone sees something great, then they're going to click your profile, not your page, right? So the first place they're going to go is your profile. Okay, now you're with me, right? So in business, you are being checked out by your profile. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to talk about that. So again, there's a couple components. I'll talk about how to edit them, what you want to put in there, the type of content you want to be putting out there. But again, business, this is the first avenue of how people are going to find you. And so this is the first part, like, you know, it's like the preface of a book, right? Like telling you what is going to happen. And that is your profile page. It's your billboard. And so I like to say that Facebook is a business tool masquerading as a social site if you want to use it for business. And so it is the first one. And again, I realize if you have been following me for a while, I have vehemently told you to keep these separate. I am aware of this. And again, because we're talking about engagement here, people, engage with me. I want comments. I can see comments coming in from everybody. I'm using StreamYard. If you want to give them permission, you can give them permission. All it does is let me know and see who you are, because StreamYard is wonderful and puts all of the comments from all the place that I'm simulcasting into one place so that I can see who you are. So I'm going to cut over and share my screen because we're going to go into my homepage, and I'm just going to show you. Oh, hello, how are you? Like my fancy sparkly background. So here is my homepage. Okay, so I'm just gonna, it's not my homepage, that's my regular page. We're gonna go on to my what we're calling a profile page. So the first thing I want you to notice is my cover photo. This is the first thing that I want you to be changing, is this cover photo right here. Now, I am not a graphics person. I love Canva, because Canva, A, tells you all the right sizes, that everything has to be sparkles. Yes, hello. Right? And so they will, if you put in Facebook cover photo, it will give you the right size. And then you can design yours. And I just would love to, I don't know if it'll let me go back into my photos, but the photo that was up there only just a little while ago was a beautiful one. Oh, it's not going to come up quickly, but it was of my dog and of my daughter. Beautiful, right? But personal. And so I changed it so that it was a business photo, right? Like this is one of my lifestyle pics, right? And then what do I do? Again, if you think billboard, they're coming and they want to know immediately. Maybe they saw a great comment somewhere and then they're coming over and they're like, oh, she does something with video. She captivates, connects, and converts with video. Well, that sounds good. And then what are they going to do? They're going to check me out a little further. So this is the first part. And then you have your other photo here. I also changed this to a more, just a more lifestyle-y, it's a word, photo there. Then we're going to come down, if you can see with me, and this is your intro section. And this is really important. So we're going to talk about your intro section, and then we're going to talk about part of that section is your featured photo. And I'm going to talk about that because I changed that out this morning, and I think it's really important. So where you see that going live, and I'll pull that up so you can see it a little more. But but right now I'm talking about your intro. So you want places where people can go and learn more, not about you as a personal person, but as a business. What am I? I'm the big cheese at Video Script Success. Oh, it's a link. Oh, they can go check me out on my business page, right? So there it is. The first thing they do, the first thing they see is the business page. And if you're thinking, I don't know what to do on my business page, that's next week. So let me know in the comments if you're like, okay, I want to know how to now optimize my business page, but we're going to go back home, right? So the first thing they do is they would click there. Well, then it's a little bit about me. I give them my YouTube channel. I give them my website, right? And then this is what I wanted to talk about right here. And that one is so important because that is your featured photo. So again, if you think about scroll stopping, that type of thing, and you're looking and you come over and you don't know who I am, and then you see going live and you're like, well, not yet, or I want to. And I say, grab my Thrive on Leave cheat sheet and never wonder what to talk about again. I don't know what that is. I'll click it. Now, here's the funny thing, because as I said, Facebook's masquerading as, a public site, a little learning site, a little get to know you site. When I click this, it's not going to take you directly to my Thrive on Live cheat sheet because Facebook doesn't really want me using my profile page as a business page, right? And so we're going to talk about that in a little bit when we talk about content too, because you don't want to get shut down and flagged for using your profile page as a business page. It's where so many MLM people get into trouble, right? Like just constant MLM stuff. But we're not doing MLM. We're doing our regular business, our online business, right? But you can see right here, I put it the first comment. So then they can click, right? Then they can click there, and that will take them to, I don't think it should, oh, it is sharing with you. Okay, it should come up my Thrive on Live cheat sheet. Oh, well, look at there. And that's what we'll do, right? So back to, that's called your featured image. I played around with this a little bit. And if you're thinking, but Tracy, how do I create my own featured image? Well, let me tell you. I don't know what is going on. Is it giving me captions as I'm going? I don't know. It is. That's fun. A little late though. Anyway, this is an 800 by 800 pixel page that I went into Canva. And if you put in custom dimensions and you make an 800 by 800 to create for your own lead magnet, you will see a very similar template on the left there that I chose, and I just changed it to my branding colors because I thought it stood out. And again, when we talk about scroll stopping, we want to get people coming along. And so this is our scroll stopping featured image. So again, just as we're moving down, we have the three major parts are your cover feature, your cover photo, right? So make that more professional. Then we want to fill in your intro so that it's more business. Again, this is going to go to my YouTube channel. Or not. See, now we got to check our links, everybody. But anyway, so it will go to my YouTube channel, and then this goes to my homepage of my website, and there it is. Thankfully, that one worked, right? So we want to do the cover photo, the intro, and then this is called the featured image. And it's super, it'll like edit featured. It's that easy. And then once you click on it, it opens it as if it's a post, and you're able to just in the first comments is where I would suggest, where do you want them to go? Right? So that's it. Just learned something. Never thought about using a comment on the featured photo. You're welcome. I always seem to get too wordy on this featured thing. Right. So I want to, hey, Queen Kimmy, Una, I want you to look at that and I did play around with it a little bit because you don't want to get too wordy, right? If you came to my page and you see, well, right now they're seeing like sparkles and a big yellow, right? Yellow and blue. So you do want to think about using colors that pop out. And probably if I'm in launch, I may change my featured image depending on if I'm in launch or what I'm offering or that type of thing. So I have many lead magnets, many offers. And so I may change this out every once in a while just for fun. Hey, Lisa, so good to see you. It's so funny. Like it's almost as if Facebook, or maybe it was StreamYard, all of a sudden caught up and it was like, oh, wait, we're doing stuff. So again, if you're coming in a little late, I do want to recap because I haven't gone over so much, but we're talking about using your personal page as the very first entrance point to any of your funnels, right? And so there are three major parts on your profile page that I want you to be looking at when you think about being an online business, when you think about having a presence as an online business. So it's the cover photo, which is the big photo behind, right? Again, as of like a couple days ago, that was my daughter and my dog. I did update this photo just, I wanted the pop of red. Again, I'm trying to draw people's eyes in. And then the next section is your intro. So fill this out. Check your links, people. I didn't, right? I'm going to make sure my YouTube link works. And then this is your featured your featured image. And that I really think is the most important part because, again, if this is the first step in our funnel, and they click on this and then they can go here and then I'm collecting their email. Now I have their email. And what is email? Their email is gold because no matter what happens to Facebook, I still have the ability to email them, right? So you always want to be collecting emails. And again, I never really thought about, I for so long have taught that this is a separate entity. No. Naughty, Tracy, not a good idea, right? So now I am learning. And again, I'm the type of person that I need to know why, right? So I don't mind eating crow. I ate crow all last week about the links, and I'm eating crow again about your personal page because I think it's really important. So I'll stop sharing now. And I want to talk about the kind of content, right? So when we're talking about your profile page, and as I said, Facebook is still under the guise layer. They are masquerading as a social site, even though I think it's 90% of their revenue comes from ads from smallies like us, right? Does one image as opposed to 9 in the featured part cover convert better? I was taught that too. Yeah, right. We're all taught that. It's kind of one of those little myth busting things. And I learned it, and I am full disclosure, just going to pass along everything I'm learning because as long as it makes sense. And here's something else. If you're new to me, I will test and tell you. And Una, I don't know. Do you mean doing as opposed to the 9 in the feature convert? I'm not sure, right? Like, so, and there is something, a slideshow where you can go, test it out. Let me know. So right now I have the one image in there. Let me know how it goes. Again, I am fairly new on the profile page to updating this to a business page. So I don't have an answer to that. But again, I would say test it out, see if people are clicking in, seeing where they're coming from. Right. So just, update it and see if your numbers change. It's all a numbers game, right? You get more people, that is a numbers game. So once we've updated all those things, now we're talking about the type of content you want, right? And when we're talking about engagement, that's why we want to talk about engagement. And again, like I said, if you're just coming in, I'm going to do this in 3 parts because I'm doing today your profile page. Next week, I'll talk about your business page, or they used to call it your fan page. And then in 2 weeks, I'll talk about groups, if those of you have groups. Because again, what we want is engagement. We want people like Queen Kimmy and Una and Lisa and Aurora on here engaging with me. I want them to chat with me. I want them to share the video out while we're live, right? Like that is the kind of engagement. And if you missed it last week, you can go back and watch that video on why you shouldn't put links in your posts. But it's all about engagement and the algorithm. And as soon as Facebook sees a link, they don't like it. What they're looking for is engagement. And again, if you're being kind to your audience, as I was teaching, and they click the link in your description, they're gone. They click the link, bye-bye. They didn't engage with you. So maybe some people do engage with you, but I will tell you, since I've been testing over the past couple of weeks with it and taking the links out, I do get more engagement because I'm saying, hey, do you want me to go live next week? And we'll talk about your business page. And everybody's like, yes, I really want this. This is so good as always. It only tells me you're a Facebook user. So either you're Linda Stort or Jennifer Miller. I don't actually know, but anyway, tell me who it is. Yes, so thank you. But again, as I'm learning all of this and we're talking about your profile page, I do want you to be very aware, as I said, that Facebook is still under the guise that this is a, this is a social site. So be careful not to just be like hyper posting about your business. Now, that does not mean all pictures of baby Johnny and his adorable little onesie, right? We want to have a mix. And when we think about content, a nice way of chunking out your content is into just kind of phases or things, columns, categories. Let's call them categories. So you could have, like family, behind the scenes, outdoor adventure, right? Like, so you could list maybe 5 of those and just be swinging through. Now, what I do want you to do, and this is where it's going to take a little bit of work with your content, is how can you make that about your business? Right? So this is where we're going to turn it around. So again, you're commenting on someone's group. They come and check out your profile page. They're like, great cover photo. Wow, here's some info. I'm going to go check her out. Oh, I have a free lead magnet. And then they're going to go to your posts. That's the next thing, right? So they're reading your posts. And if they just see a bunch of baby pictures or, like cute, adorable ones of your niece, that doesn't really help them in a business realm, right? But if they see a really cute picture of my dog, Firu, the wonder dog, the Weimaraner who's scared of everything, and I talk about how when we first got Firu, he was 3.5 years old and scared of everything. He was scared of his own shadow. He had never crunched on leaves before. He was tied up for 3.5 years. He's going to make me cry, to a doghouse outside. So he hadn't experienced anything. But over time, as he was getting used to things and going out into the world, and he knew what leaves were, and things became more familiar, he was able to calm down. He got more confidence. That's just like video. You can be totally scared of it, but the more you do it, the more you expose yourself. See what I did there? Did everybody see what I did there? See how I turned my doggy story into something about video? Oh, look what I did, right? So I want you to think about how can you have a nice blend of the family, the outdoor, the behind the scenes, whatever all of that is, so that you're still telling stories and you're still bringing people in, but you're also tying it around to your business. And this takes a little bit of finessing. So mix it up, diversify. The more you do, the better you get. And that is, it's true about everything, but right, like, and I think you'd be surprised. A lot of people say, oh, I'm not really a storyteller. I think everybody is a storyteller, but you have to think about it in a different way, and you'll get good at it. Just like Fear the Wonder Dog is no longer scared of his own shadow. You also will think about the stories and how can you tie this in? And I mean, this is, hey, Peter, Peter Nelson, how are you? Full disclosure, everybody, I used to babysit Peter Nelson's kids in Homedale, New Jersey, and I'm friends with his wife. So yes, so this is all about turning your profile page into more of that first step business page. So when people find you, and listen, so far no one has complained that I am doing businessy things on my profile page. In fact, I have connected with people who had no idea I did video. I have connected with people because I changed my profile. I changed my cover photo and my profile video, photo and all those things. And so people are reaching out and they're like, hey, this is great. So they're more on my radar. And then maybe their friends or people in the business world, right? Like, so it's like a little step in networking that then drives them the funnel. So when we talk about the funnel, so when we talk about my featured images for going live, that's my lead magnet, right? And for those of you new to online marketing, that's my freebie. I teach live video. I have an awesome course about it. And so you click that, then you get on my list, then you're invited into my world, right? So those of you watching a video playground, you know the next step is then I send you a little personalized video. I invite you to video playground, right? Like, so these are the steps of my funnel. So a great thing to do would be to think about your funnel. For those of you in Live Video Launchpad, you got a freebie training of a Funnel 101 training. And the thing we start with is the end. Where do you want people to end up? And that will help you curate your information, bringing them in, right? So if you have questions or you're watching on the replay, just hashtag replay. Let me know. Again, this is new to me. I understand that if you've been following me for a while, I'm rocking your world because I've been telling you to stay off of your profile page and keep it separate from your business. I had crow for dinner the other night. I had crow for breakfast. I've been eating a lot of crow the last 2 weeks, and that's okay, right? Because if you are using Facebook as a business tool, as I am, then you need to change. And this is one of those changes. And so the funnel training was awesome. Oh, I'm so glad you liked it, Lisa. Yeah, it was super fun for me as well. And so think through your funnel is where do you want people to land? Most of the time, I want people to land in Video Playground because that's where I really like to nurture folks. Like I'm going live now into the world, I'm simulcasting, but someone will ask me, and I didn't forget, I'm going to be going live because they said, well, I love the way yours looks. I really want to set this up the way you're setting it up. And someone's at the door. I'm not going to get it. I'm tempted to get up and get it. But anyway, so truly, Fear the Wonder Dog is scared of the doorbell as well. Thanks for that little cue. But yeah, so using your profile page as the first entrance into your funnel is really going to help you out in thinking about where you want people to go. So again, for me, it's Video Playground. I'll be going live. What is my setup, right? That happens privately in there because I'm nurturing them different. So again, you may have a group, you may not have a group. You really have to think about and curate your content depending on where you have it. So you can put a yes in the chat later in the comments and say, I do want you to go on to, this was engagement 1.5. I guess next week will be 2.3, who knows, but we're going to move on to your business page. And this one's going to take a little bit more because that's really your presence and where you'll be running ads from. And we're going to talk about, ways to engage and kind of come back and forth. And one of the things I will tell you, because you're going to see me do it, is everybody has always seen like when you put bump in the comments to bump something back up, and it's okay. But there's a better way to do that. And I'm going to talk about doing that next week on your business page. And you may see me doing that on this page, on my profile page, but maybe you can catch on. Let me know if you know what I'm doing, or maybe you've learned this. I know Aurora already knows this, but yeah, so we'll talk about that next week. So if you are interested in an engagement 2.3 training next week, just give me a yes in the comments, or you got your pick. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you what to put in the comments. You put whatever you want in the comments, and I will be here next week. Okay, this has been great. Thank you all for engaging. Keep sharing, keep spreading the video love. And remember, friends don't let friends make really bad videos, so share the love. I'll see you next week. Yes. Okay, and I'll see you next week. Take care. Bye. Yes, 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 yes. I love seeing all the, I'm just going to say yes, yes, yes on my way out. Yes, 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 yes.